Hello, fellow seekers of wisdom, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we embark on a journey that challenges the very bedrock of our perceived reality. We live in a world that often feels solid, predictable, governed by immutable laws. We see ourselves as distinct individuals, separate from each other, separate from nature, separate from the grand cosmic dance. But what if this perception, this deeply ingrained sense of separation, is merely a veil? A magnificent, intricate illusion woven by our own minds, obscuring a truth far more profound, far more interconnected, and far more responsive than we dare to imagine. For centuries, philosophers, mystics, and now, increasingly, quantum physicists have whispered of a deeper reality. A reality where the boundaries between observer and observed blur, where thought isn't just an internal monologue but a subtle force, and where the universe itself might be a vast, intelligent canvas awaiting our conscious brushstrokes. This isn't just spiritual musing. It's a philosophical inquiry into the very nature of existence, consciousness, and our place within it. Today, we're going to unravel this veil. We're going to explore the radical idea that you are not merely a passenger in a fixed reality, but an active, indispensable architect of your experience. We'll delve into the philosophical implications of interconnectedness, the profound power of your inner world, and the practical wisdom of consciously shaping the life you desire. This is not about wishful thinking. It's about understanding the fundamental principles that govern reality itself and learning to align with them. So, settle in, open your mind, and let's begin to explore the interwoven tapestry of existence. Our conventional understanding of the world often begins with discrete particles, atoms, molecules, individual entities. We learn about cause and effect in a linear fashion, where one event directly leads to another, like billiard balls colliding. This Newtonian worldview, while incredibly useful for building bridges and launching rockets, has inadvertently fostered a philosophy of fragmentation. It suggests that we are isolated islands in a sea of separate things. But what if this is only one layer of reality? What if, beneath the surface of apparent separation, lies an unbroken, unified field of being? Ancient wisdom traditions, from the Advaita Vedanta of India to the Taoist philosophy of China, have long posited a fundamental unity. The concept of Brahman, the ultimate reality in Hinduism, describes an all-pervading, infinite consciousness from which everything emanates and to which everything returns. Taoism speaks of the Tao, the ineffable, underlying principle that governs the entire cosmos, where all distinctions ultimately dissolve into a harmonious flow. These aren't just poetic metaphors. They are profound philosophical statements about the nature of reality. Now, fast forward to the 20th and 21st centuries, and we find modern physics, particularly quantum field theory, echoing these ancient insights in startling ways. Quantum entanglement, for instance, demonstrates that two particles, once interacting, can remain mysteriously linked, instantly influencing each other regardless of the distance separating them. A change in one is instantaneously reflected in the other, defying our classical notions of space and time. This isn't just a curiosity of the subatomic world. It's a profound hint at a deeper, non-local interconnectedness that permeates the entire universe. Philosophically, this challenges our very concept of individuality. If everything is fundamentally interwoven, then where does I end and the universe begin? It suggests that our consciousness isn't merely confined within the skull, but is perhaps a localized expression of a universal consciousness. Much like a wave is an expression of the ocean. We are not just in the universe. We are the universe, experiencing itself from countless unique perspectives. Consider the implications. If you are fundamentally connected to everything, then your actions, your thoughts, your very being ripple outwards, influencing the whole. This isn't just a feel-good notion. It's a radical re-evaluation of responsibility and agency. It means that the other is not truly separate, and the world out there is not truly external. This interwoven tapestry of existence implies a profound unity, a cosmic dance where every thread is essential, and every movement affects the entire fabric. It invites us to move beyond the illusion of separation and embrace our true nature as integral parts of an infinite living whole. If the universe is an interwoven tapestry, then what is our role within it? Are we merely passive observers, witnessing a predetermined play unfold? Or do we, through the very act of observation and consciousness, actively participate in shaping the unfolding drama? This question lies at the heart of philosophical inquiry, from ancient idealism to modern quantum mechanics. The concept of the observer effect in quantum physics is a powerful scientific hint at this profound truth. At the quantum level, particles behave differently when they are observed versus when they are not. They exist in a state of probability, a superposition of all possible states, until an active observation collapses the wave function, forcing them to manifest as a definite particle in a definite location. While the exact philosophical interpretation of this is still debated, it undeniably suggests that consciousness is not a mere byproduct of matter, but an active ingredient in the manifestation of reality. But let's expand beyond the subatomic. Philosophers like George Berkeley, an 18th century idealist, famously argued that to be is to be perceived, esse percipi. For Berkeley, material objects do not exist independently of our minds. Rather, their existence is contingent upon being perceived by a mind, whether human or divine. While a radical stance, it forces us to confront the profound role of perception in constructing our reality. Think about it. Your experience of the world is entirely mediated by your senses and interpreted by your mind. The colors you see, the sounds you hear, the textures you feel, these are not objective properties out there, but rather electrochemical signals interpreted by your brain. Your brain constructs a model of reality based on these inputs, filtered through your beliefs, expectations, and past experiences. Two people can witness the exact same event and come away with vastly different accounts because their internal models, their sculptors of worlds, are unique. This isn't to say that there's no objective reality, but rather that our experience of it is profoundly subjective and actively constructed. Our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotional states, these are not just internal phenomena. They are energetic vibrations, subtle frequencies that emanate from us and interact with the field of possibilities. Just as a radio tunes into a specific frequency to receive a broadcast, our consciousness, through its dominant thoughts and emotions, tunes into and helps manifest a particular reality. The HeartMath Institute, for example, has conducted extensive research demonstrating that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field far more powerful than that of the brain, extending several feet outside the body. This field is modulated by our emotions. When we experience emotions like gratitude, love, and appreciation, our heart rhythm becomes coherent. And this coherent field has been shown to influence not just our own physiology, but also the people and environment around us. So, your mind is not just a passive receiver. It is an active projector. It is a sculptor, constantly shaping the clay of potential into the forms of your experience. Understanding this empowers us to move beyond feeling like victims of circumstance and to embrace our role as conscious co-creators, actively participating in the grand design. If our conscious mind is the sculptor, then what provides the clay, the fundamental material, and the underlying instructions for its creations? This brings us to the profound and often mysterious realm of the subconscious mind. Far from being a mere storage locker for forgotten memories, the subconscious is the deep architecture of the self, the foundational operating system that runs 95% of our lives, often without our conscious awareness. Imagine your conscious mind as the captain of a ship, giving orders and setting the course. But the subconscious mind is the engine room, the navigation system, and the crew, all working tirelessly beneath the deck, executing those orders, and often running on pre-programmed instructions. It's the repository of all your experiences, beliefs, habits, and emotional patterns, formed predominantly in early childhood, before the critical filter of the conscious mind fully developed. During those formative years, we are like sponges, absorbing everything from our environment, our parents' beliefs about money, relationships, success, failure, society's expectations, cultural norms, and every emotional imprint from every interaction. These absorbed beliefs, whether empowering or limiting, become the core programming of our subconscious. They form a blueprint, a set of deeply ingrained assumptions about ourselves and the world, which then dictate our perceptions, our reactions, and ultimately, the reality we experience. The subconscious doesn't differentiate between what's real and what's imagined, or between what's good for us and what's detrimental. It simply executes its programming. If your subconscious blueprint contains beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," "money is hard to come by," or "relationships are painful," then it will tirelessly work to manifest experiences that validate those beliefs. It acts as a powerful transmitter, sending out a consistent energetic signal based on its programming, and then, through the principle of resonance, attracting experiences that match that signal. This is why conscious effort alone often falls short. You might consciously desire success, but if your subconscious holds a deep-seated fear of failure or a belief that you don't deserve it, that underlying program will sabotage your conscious intentions. It's like trying to drive a car forward while the emergency brake is still on. Philosophically, understanding the subconscious is crucial for self-mastery. It reveals that much of what we consider fate or luck is actually the predictable outcome of our own internal programming. It highlights the profound responsibility we have to examine and understand this hidden architecture. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, spoke of the shadow, the unconscious aspects of ourselves that we repress or deny, yet which continue to influence our behavior. Bringing these unconscious patterns into conscious awareness is the first step towards true liberation and self-authorship. The subconscious is not an enemy. It is an incredibly powerful ally, waiting to be reprogrammed with intentions that serve your highest good. It is the fertile ground upon which your conscious mind can plant the seeds of a new reality. Given the immense power of the subconscious blueprint, the natural question arises, can we change it? Can we, as conscious architects, re-script the deep architecture of our being and, by extension, the reality we experience? The answer, resounding through both ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience, is a definitive yes. This is the Alchemist's path, the transformation of leaden limitations into golden possibilities. The key lies in understanding that the subconscious learns through repetition, intense emotion, and focused attention. It doesn't distinguish between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. This is where the philosophical and practical tools for transformation come into play. Meditation and mindfulness. At its core, meditation is a practice of cultivating presence. By quieting the incessant chatter of the conscious mind, we create space to observe the subconscious patterns without judgment. This observation itself begins to loosen their grip. Philosophically, meditation is a journey into the nature of consciousness itself, allowing us to detach from the ego's narratives and connect with a deeper, more expansive self. It's about becoming the observer of your thoughts, rather than being identified with them. This detachment creates the necessary space for new patterns to emerge. Intentional visualization. This is not mere daydreaming. It's a powerful act of intentional imagination. By vividly imagining your desired reality, engaging all your senses, and feeling the emotions associated with that future, you are, in essence, creating a simulated experience for your subconscious. You are providing it with new data, new memories, of a future that hasn't yet manifested. From a philosophical perspective, this is an exercise in intentional idealism, actively constructing your internal reality to influence the external. It's about pre-experiencing your desired future, making it feel real now. Cultivating high-vibration emotions. Emotions are the language of the subconscious. Emotions like gratitude, love, joy, and appreciation are not just pleasant feelings. They are powerful, energetic frequencies. When you consciously choose to embody these emotions, even when circumstances don't immediately warrant them, you are sending a clear, coherent signal to the universe. Gratitude, in particular, is a profound philosophical stance, an acknowledgement of abundance, a recognition of the inherent goodness in existence, which naturally attracts more reasons for gratitude. It shifts your perspective from lack to plenitude. Cognitive reframing and affirmations. This involves consciously challenging and replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. If your subconscious blueprint says, I'm not capable, you consciously and repeatedly affirm, I am capable and resourceful. This isn't about denial. It's about intentional reprogramming. Philosophically, this is an exercise in self-authorship, taking control of your internal narrative rather than being passively defined by past conditioning. Techniques like neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, and emotional freedom technique, EFT, offer structured ways to identify and release old patterns, creating new neural pathways. The Alchemist's path is a journey of self-discovery and conscious creation. It requires discipline, consistency, and a willingness to look inward, but the reward is nothing less than the ability to consciously sculpt your experience, transforming your internal landscape and, by extension, the world around you. It's about becoming the master of your own inner universe, and through that mastery, influencing the outer one. As we embark on this alchemist path, consciously re-scripting our reality, we inevitably encounter resistance. Old patterns resurface, doubts creep in, and external circumstances might seem to conspire against our new intentions. It's easy, in these moments, to feel discouraged, to question if this philosophy of conscious creation is truly valid. But what if these challenges are not signs of failure, but rather integral parts of the process? The universe's way of testing our resolve, solidifying our new vibration, and forging us into the person capable of holding our desired reality? Philosophically, adversity has long been viewed not as an unfortunate deviation, but as a crucible for growth. The Stoics, for instance, taught that we cannot control external events, but we can always control our perception and reaction to them. For them, obstacles were not impediments, but opportunities to practice virtue, to strengthen character, and to exercise our inner freedom. As Seneca famously said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Nietzsche's powerful dictum, that which does not kill us makes us stronger, speaks to this same truth. Challenges force us to confront our limitations, to innovate, to adapt, and to discover reserves of strength we never knew we possessed. They are the friction that polishes the gem, the heat that tempers the steel. When you set a new intention, when you commit to a new way of being, you are, in essence, sending a new signal into the universe. But your old programming, your old energetic signature, still has momentum. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, often presents you with situations that mirror your old patterns, not to punish you, but to give you an opportunity to choose differently. It's asking, are you truly committed to this new vibration, or will you revert to the old one? These tests are not designed to break you. They are designed to confirm your certainty. If you can maintain your faith, your positive emotional state, and your unwavering belief in your desired outcome in the face of adversity, then you are demonstrating to yourself and to the universe that your new vibration is stable, authentic, and deeply ingrained. You are proving that you have truly shifted. Embracing the crucible means reframing challenges. Instead of seeing them as roadblocks, view them as feedback mechanisms, as opportunities for deeper integration of your new self. When a setback occurs, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I respond to this in alignment with the person I am becoming? This philosophical shift from victimhood to active engagement transforms obstacles into stepping stones. The forge of becoming is where true transformation happens. It's where your commitment is tested, your resilience is built, and your new reality is solidified. Trust the process, embrace the fire, and know that on the other side lies a stronger, more authentic, and more capable version of yourself, ready to embody the future you are creating. We've spoken about the power of thought and the influence of the subconscious, but there's a crucial element that binds it all together: the true language the universe understands, emotional frequency, or what we might call vibrational congruence. It's not enough to merely think about what you want, or even to visualize it. You must feel it as if it's already real. This is the symphony of resonance, where your inner state harmonizes with the reality you wish to attract. Think of it like this: the universe is not responding to your rational wishes or your intellectual desires. It's responding to your dominant energetic signature, the sum total of your thoughts, beliefs, and, most powerfully, your emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. They are the vibrational signals you are constantly broadcasting into the quantum field of possibilities. If you desire abundance but constantly feel a sense of lack, worry, or scarcity, you are broadcasting a frequency of lack. If you desire a loving relationship but feel lonely, unworthy, or resentful, you are broadcasting a frequency of separation. The universe, being a perfect mirror, will simply reflect back to you experiences that match your dominant emotional state. It's not judging, it's simply resonating. The key, then, is to cultivate the feeling of your desired reality now. This is where the philosophical concept of as if becomes profoundly powerful. Act as if, speak as if, and most importantly, feel as if your desires are already fulfilled. This isn't about pretending or denying your current circumstances. It's about intentionally shifting your internal state to match the frequency of your desired future. When you embody the feeling of gratitude for the abundance you wish to receive, even before it manifests, you are aligning your energetic signature with abundance. When you feel the joy and love of the relationship you desire, you are becoming a vibrational match for that love. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a deep, internal shift in your being. This concept resonates with ancient spiritual teachings about faith. True faith isn't just intellectual belief. It's a deep, unwavering certainty that something is already so, even if it's not yet visible. It's a feeling of knowing, a profound trust that your desires are already in motion, already being orchestrated by the universe. This certainty generates a powerful, coherent emotional frequency that acts as a magnet. The symphony of resonance teaches us that we are not waiting for external circumstances to make us feel good. Rather, we cultivate the feeling good first, and then the external circumstances align to match that internal state. It's a radical reversal of conventional thinking, placing the power squarely within our own emotional landscape. By consciously choosing and cultivating high-vibration emotions, you become a living, breathing magnet for the reality you wish to experience. You become the symphony, and the universe dances to your tune. We've explored the power of intention, the importance of reprogramming the subconscious, and the necessity of embodying the desired emotional state. But there's one final, crucial piece to this philosophical puzzle, one that often proves the most challenging for our control-oriented minds: the art of surrender. Once you have clearly defined your intention, cultivated the certainty within your subconscious, and embodied the emotional frequency of your desired reality, the final step is to release the how and the when to the universe. This is not an act of giving up. It's an act of profound trust and wisdom. It's the philosophical understanding that while we are powerful co-creators, we are not the sole orchestrators of the infinite complexities of existence. Our conscious minds, with their limited perspective, can only conceive of a few linear paths to our desires, but the universe, with its infinite intelligence and interconnectedness, has access to countless pathways, synchronicities, and unforeseen opportunities that we could never imagine. To cling rigidly to a specific how or when is to limit the universe's ability to deliver your desires in the most optimal, elegant, and often surprising ways. This concept finds echoes in the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, often translated as effortless action or non-doing. It doesn't mean passivity or laziness, rather, it means acting in alignment with the natural flow of the universe without forcing or struggling against it. It's like a skilled sailor who doesn't fight the wind but adjusts the sails to harness its power. Wu Wei is about finding the path of least resistance, allowing things to unfold naturally once the initial intention and alignment have been established. Surrender is about letting go of attachment to the outcome, while maintaining unwavering certainty in the eventuality of the outcome. It's a subtle but profound distinction. You are certain of the destination, but you trust the universe to guide the journey. This releases the tension, the anxiety, and the desperate clinging that often block the very flow you desire. When you surrender, you create space. You open yourself to unexpected opportunities, to divine timing, and to solutions that are far more ingenious than anything your conscious mind could devise. It's an act of humility and faith, acknowledging that there is a greater intelligence at play, a cosmic harmony that is always working for your highest good. This doesn't mean becoming passive. It means taking inspired action when it presents itself, following your intuition, and being open to guidance. But it's action born from a place of peace and trust, not from fear or desperation. It's the dance between intention and allowance, between conscious creation and cosmic flow. The art of flow is about harmonizing with the rhythm of the universe. It's about planting the seed, nurturing it with your intention and emotion, and then trusting the earth and the sun to do their work. It's about knowing that your desires are not just wishes, but blueprints being drawn into existence, and that the universe is your most powerful ally in their manifestation. So, here we stand, at the precipice of a profound realization. The illusion of separation begins to dissolve, revealing a universe not of isolated parts, but of an interwoven tapestry of energy and consciousness. We are not merely observers, but active sculptors of our experience, our minds and emotions broadcasting powerful signals that shape the very fabric of our reality. Our subconscious holds the blueprint, but we possess the alchemist's tools to re-script it. Challenges are not roadblocks, but crucibles for growth, forging our certainty. And finally, the art of surrender teaches us to trust the cosmic harmony, allowing our intentions to manifest in their perfect time and way. This is not just a philosophy, it's an invitation to awaken to your true power, to step into your role as a conscious co-creator of your life and, by extension, of the world around you. It's a call to move beyond passive acceptance and into active, intentional participation in the grand design. The journey of conscious creation is an ongoing one. It requires self-awareness, introspection, courage, and a willingness to continuously refine your internal landscape. It asks you to question your assumptions, to challenge your limiting beliefs, and to embrace the magnificent, interconnected being that you truly are. As you go forth, remember these principles. Observe your thoughts, feel your emotions, and consciously choose the frequency you wish to broadcast. Embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth, and trust in the profound wisdom of the universe to orchestrate the how and the when. The universe is waiting for your conscious input. What masterpiece will you sculpt? What symphony will you resonate? The canvas is vast, the tools are within you, and the time to begin is now. Thank you for joining me on this philosophical exploration. Until next time, keep questioning, keep growing, and keep creating.